Wonderful day and what a wonderful sky here. And what are we doing here in Singapore? Well, we're the members of the executive board of Texas Company Limited, which is involved in retail and wholesale of box fridges. Our aim is to become the dominant player in retail market and a major player in wholesale market. Since finance is key to the management of the company's property, we have decided to divide our assets into six main categories, so as to provide a solid capital base for the initial stage of our company. Furthermore, when ordering goods, we also need to consider forecasts and fluctuations in foreign exchange rates, so that we can take advantage of low exchange rates to stock up on our essential inventory. Ordering finished goods can be done in two ways, which is blanket ordering, where each outlet will have spare inventory. This is mainly for weekday sales and is done automatically in accordance with established quantity and times. The main aim is to have a readily available inventory at all times. Second, immediate ordering, which is mostly aimed for weekend sales or high periods of demand. These periods can be determined via retail demand forecast, which will allow outlets to make up shortfall from their blanket ordering. Other factors will then have to be considered before ordering. First is this vendor discounts and lead time in the delivery of goods so as to meet the needs of individual markets. Second, experimenting with ordering from three vendors to observe whether there are delays or problems with the vendors, which can then be incorporated into decision-making process. The wholesale market is highly competitive and so requires the cooperation of everyone to have a hand, which I mean the real hand, in making the best deal. Offers should have a price per unit that is higher than the company's cost, while bids should not go beyond the set budget. And the product stocks in each outlet should not fall below 80% of the rental space. Once the company begins making a profit and has sufficient money, we can think about acquiring machinery to manufacture some of the raw materials ourselves to decrease costs and increase margins. The capacity of the machinery has to be in line with market demand, while raw materials have to be ordered in consideration of lead times to ensure uninterrupted production capacity. Sensors should be installed to detect problems early so that proper maintenance and repairs can be conducted, thereby reducing maintenance costs and ensuring continued production. What about marketing? Marketing plays a part in increasing sales. We'll need to choose advertising that is in line with our product. If the pitch is right, sales will increase. And even if it's not, we can gain more information to make an appropriate adjustment to the product pricing or the advertising pitch. Finally, we cannot avoid addressing the core of the company, apart from the money, that is, which is human resources. The selection of the right personnel with the right skills is not as important as choosing someone who meets with the ocean factors for that particular department. Since, in many cases, work skills can be trained, but it's far harder to train a good personality. It's rare for departments that have personnel with the ocean factors to encounter problems. Indeed, they are far more efficient. They can work at their full competency and contribute to a low turnover and resignation rate, which means fewer disruptions to operations. While every personnel will have their primary duties, they should also learn about other duties, so that they can replace them as necessary. For example, in the B2B scenario, when we aren't doing any sales, the salesperson can come and assist in HR, while when the production line was inactive, they can come and assist with the orders of individual outlets. But you know what? It's not that easy, really. Some of you might be curious who we are and why do we have to cut my hair like this? Am I a priest, a monk, or a prisoner? No. We are soldiers, which means I got zero idea about business or ERP. Becoming an army cadets need to know how to analyze the enemy battle tactics and ways to deny resources to the other side. They have to learn how to achieve victory and deal quickly with unexpected situations. These skill sets are similar to those that are required in the business world, and so it's very easy to adapt strategies for use in marksmanship and how to deal with unexpected business crises. Really. What will happen when we actually encounter a business crisis? Here is a true story. We have chosen to invest in the 20,000 milliamp in the B2B market since at that time, the demand for 20,000 milliamp was high. However, this product has a high capital cost, while its profit to other products. If instead we use the investment to invest in 5,000 amp, we would be able to buy this product in double the quantity and so double our profits. Unfortunately, in this scenario of an ordering, we find that we are unable to win the bid and cannot compete with others in closing deals. However, we are still stuck with the product and lack financial liquidity. There is also temporary lack of supply in the retail market, while we lack the access to other products for sale in the retail market. So we decided to redistribute the goods in the warehouses to sell in various branches. The good news is that we are able to dispose of all the goods, but the bad news is that the profit was insufficient and to ensure the smooth running of operations. This is where things start to spiral out of control. The impact of this situation resulted in failure of the retail part of the operation to achieve the goal set in the plan, since they lacked the liquidity to purchase new goods, resulting in a lack of supply. Thus, it was decided to secure a loan of 3 million invest in the B2B market, which was thought to be able to tie the company over. However, this decision also failed since the interest on the loan was greater than the sales profit, resulting in further negative net profit. Furthermore, since the company lacked liquidity, there were problems in the HR unit due to the lack of financial means to pay salaries. What we might term the no money, no honey problem. This situation led to multiple resignations and attendant disruptive problems. Moreover, fixed costs were further increased, causing additional problems to a worsening situation. In this situation, our company was unable to turn losses into profit and are stuck with the aim of preventing things from becoming worse. The only hope that remaining is profit from our services that may be able to provide minimal income to pay off a growing debt mountain. It is doubtful that such a turnaround will be possible. But the possibility is about the same as a survival as snowball in Singapore. This situation is like the monsoon storms that we occur over and over again without end. It is already daunting to think about this situation as in a simulated environment, so it's unimaginable how difficult it would be to face these storms in real life. Yet it is in first imagining these worst-case scenarios that we may become more prepared to face them, both in the simulation and in real life. Thank you.
No need, it is, yeah, I handled it.
Well done, guys. Very good presentation. And being in the army, I don't think you know much about the business world on the assumption of that. But nonetheless, the game is Yapi, and there will be some numbers coming out. So I have to ask you, on what day do you decide to change your strategy and to get all this borrowing and make you completely go the other side?
Your Ben's wrong for a second.
They talk like me. But they doesn't have a chance to practice much because they have the daily practice in the military. They're only available at 8 p.m.
We have started the B2B market on the 10th day. Yeah, because there are competitors in the market, so we decided to compete. But this, we sell it. No one wants to buy it, and the deals, the bidding was we were lost, and then we have no profit to buy finished goods for the retail. And then on day 30, we decided to borrow some money from central bank.
And on day 30, you borrowed and you still managed to have quite a bit of cash left, despite the massive loss.
Yep.
I think that's quite a good job. You managed to sustain.
I guess the presentation is very creative and fascinating.
Thank you.
I do have a question because when looking at your profit and loss statement, you actually have stock overflow in the warehouse. So I think you have overstock. So can you actually recommend some strategies that you will use to get rid of these stocks? And my other question is, I'm quite curious, how will you actually apply, say the SAP system in the military setting?
Let me brainstorm again.
The rest they are low, but they have the problem with English. That's why they have to discuss. They can discuss it. Yeah. Also have valid for Indonesia also.
Okay, ready. First, that how did we get rid of warehouse, right? The warehouse stocks. We have moved all of the goods to various brands to sell in retail market. And the second question is how to apply the SAP to the military, right? I think it's quite similar because it's the management. We have to, in the military, we have to manage things, we have to manage, in the battlefield, we have to manage our people, our soldiers, our weapons, and the strategy, and how to win, and how to penetrate the enemy, how to how to calculate eliminations for the weapons, and what's gonna happen if it's run out of weapons, run out of ammunition, run out of bombs. What are we gonna do after that? What do we have to really do to make a new strategy? Because strategies are something that can change all the time. There's no fixed strategies.
Guys, I'm extremely pleased to have you guys here. I really want to take a picture with the background that you showed earlier. Can you go back to the slide? Okay. Army, with the army background. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, it was me.
Okay. Now, a question. Why is that I see the captain only presenting and not the rest of the soldiers talking? Is that the captain and the soldiers hierarchy here?
Maybe.
Because I find that, looks like you're applying the hierarchy here. It would have been nice to all of the rest of the participants also to talk. That's besides the point. I'm just giving an input because this is what we expect in outside the the military, okay, the civilian world. So I see. I think when I looked at your balance sheet, I think I immediately picked up one thing, which is the retained earnings, which is obviously gone down. My question to you is to, if you have to reflect, this is the first time you're participating here?
First time.
This is the first time, okay.
First time, yeah.
So it's good that you've attempted something which is away from your comfort zone, right? Putting bombs, hitting enemies, rather. So I think what are the learnings that you're taking away from here? Is this useful for you to, like you mentioned that you're going to apply this? If you have to do this again, will you do something different for you to a different strategy that you will adopt? In army world, you are not going to get a second strategy, right? You're not going to get a second option. So will you do this differently next time?
Of course. I think it's like playing chess because you have to think forward like 8 times. Think forward. You can't just think about what to do next, but what to do next, and how to win. Something similar to the winning. Maybe something else.
Okay, just to let you know, most armies in the world use SAP, ERP. So it is going, you will be applying it soon, so don't worry about it. All right, good presentation, very innovative. Thank you for joining. Yeah.
Thank you.